Is it recording?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is you should try to define your terms a little more, because when I listened to your video and you were talking about happiness,
I didn't go that deep into it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is like the whole core of what you're talking about. And so, I mean, because
you're right. I fucked it up. I kind of was just like, I'm just going to throw it out there because I wanted to get it out of my head and I wanted to say I had talked about it, but I didn't actually do I didn't do it justice. But also I just had like other stuff that's more important on my tome since then. It's been such a fun and crazy week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because on the surface when you say that, I'm like, well, if I wanted to be happy, I would just go to like a fucking middle of I would go live off grid on a farm and just fuck around forever. You know what I mean? But I think you could find happiness in that direction, and I think the opposite is dedicating your life to something, like going to war and dying, or in my case, for a long time, I thought the reason I'm alive, the only meaning that I have is to do science and to make some sort of dent in the world through my science. I think that's way too extreme. I think that there's more to life than that, but I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's pure happiness. I don't think that we shouldn't have this. If there's no stakes and you never sacrifice anything,
No. Okay, this is a misconception. People think that happiness is some kind of frivolity. What happiness is the highest happiness is the combination of the most meaning and the most enjoyment. That is the highest happiness. To
attain that, do you need to give anything up?
That's what I'm saying, is that that is the ideal. The ideal is the thing where you don't have to give anything up. You might in the short term, life is complicated, but also reaching for that perfect ideal where you are enjoying life the most and also doing the most meaningful things. That is the happiest state. It's a direction. It's a thing that exists. Happier exists and less happy exists. Those are the real things. And it's not like I can tell you what it is, but you can feel it. You know it's there, and it's a real thing. I'm telling you to trust your intuition that your best life, it does exist. It's a reality that you can bring into being. That's why it's a powerful ideology, is that you naturally turn your attention towards better eventualities, some of which can't exist unless you put your attention on them. You manifest them, you pull them into being. And that's why it makes your life better.
So, I mean, just stepping through this, you hear about a job that pays more, and then you hear about a job that has more quote unquote meaning. Based on your philosophy, you'd be well, I'm going to be happier with the more money that I'm getting, and long term, my success. If our marker for success is financial stability or cool experiences, then you'd be happy doing the whatever job.
Yeah,
because I think it's good to.
What's wrong? Well, sorry, continue.
What I want to say is, I think it's good to, step through, what do you call it? How you would approach situations based on the philosophy you're talking about, because, then it crystallizes it into the real world where I can interact with it more, versus when you say choose ideal happiness or don't choose meaning, or one, the terminology is harder to decipher because your meaning behind the word is harder to decipher because it's not crystallized into the real world.
Yeah.
That's the world I live in. And as far as I could stay in my job, be less financially happy but more meaningfully happy. Or I could leave my job, sell out, become a software coder or Instagram or whatever it is, and I would be financially happier but less meaningful, have a less meaningful existence.
You're saying isn't what you're describing the same thing as just prioritizing short-term gains over long-term gains?
I don't really think of it in that framework. I mean, the framework that I would lay out is when I'm dying on my deathbed, do I want to know that I made the most money and travel the world, or do I want to know that I published some papers and people learned about my science and maybe I helped some people with their disease or something? And constantly, that's my
I just think you shouldn't give up on your dream scenario. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what your dream scenario is, but I assume it's something like does the most to help the world and also gets paid to do it well. Gets paid well to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a super fucking realistic goal, dude. Mm-hmm. That's a very achievable thing. I think you could absolutely do that. You know what I mean? And believing that that's existence, a thing that is attainable for you, is something you should do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's better for your life. It's better, and also it just like, it makes that, draws that thing into existence where like, you can choose not to believe that though. You can choose to like, it's arbitrary, it doesn't matter. And that will be just like, you will live a life. I don't know if I can say objectively that it's better or worse. I think there's just like the feeling of acceleration when your life gets measurably better is super satisfying. I love it. I feel like, it's nice. I think it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm super high and I don't know if I cut you off to say that.
I think it was good timing. So no, I think what you're saying is like, you can have both. And, oftentimes people fall into the trap of like, no, I can't take your money. I can't do this because I'm sacrificing. I'm not like you. I'm not like you taking money. I'm sacrificing.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I fall on that. I think, subconsciously I probably do align with that as far as like not taking opportunities because I feel like I need to sacrifice. But I think it's hard to switch on and off, you know, cause like sometimes you need to like do shit that you don't want to do.
Actually, I really agree with you. I don't think you're in a position to really chase your dreams. You're like, you're barely hanging on. You haven't like made any decisions for yourself in a long time. I actually don't know why. I remember having that mindset and I don't actually remember why I stopped having it. I just know that at some point it just like clocked to me that it wasn't like a good way of doing things anymore. But I don't know if I can verbalize it. But I wish I could because like, I wish I could pull you out of the way you're thinking and put your brain into like, an entrepreneurial mindset. Cause I think you would crush it. You know what I mean? And yet like, I don't think you have a financial buffer for it. So you're going to have to really think differently and to give yourself permission to think differently. But I think you can do it. Like the van life might be a good option for you. Again, like, it's so weird to say that too, because I don't really think it's comfortable. I don't think it's like that nice of a life. It's not like a nice way of living. It's just like you get time and space for days, just as much as you want. No limitation. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to pay to be anywhere. You could travel the country and still be putting all of your time into engineering. It wouldn't matter, you know?
I mean, like, I do benefit from like being, like in the lab, you know what I mean? Like I have even
recording this conversation.
You are being recorded. I do think like I have access to a lab. You know what I mean? I can't just like live in a van and like have a fucking lab.
Yeah, true.
So I kind of need that.
Maybe you just need to transition careers out of biotech.
I use the AI stuff. Y'all coders are cooks, so just saying. That's not an option for me. That's not an option for me. I'm too late in the game. Like, I mean, maybe I can get into like electronics or robotics, but I think like sunk cost fallacy, bro. I'm all into bio. Like, I mean, there's like bio is just such a huge thing. You can sell out and go to pharma. You can sell out and go to like what do you call it? Like big, like Johnson and Johnson. Like there's these big companies that do bio research, and it's kind of like a sellout move, but like you would make more money. And but there's drawbacks to that. Like instead of having like a broad breadth of things that you can work on, you just like the guy who like does the screw on the project. You know what I mean? Like you're just like just the one thing, and they're like, you better fucking nail this screw. That's my impression of like what it sounds like to work at a big company.
No.
I don't think I'd like that. I think I think I wanted more like an inventor and just like.
Do you have an action plan for just like for getting out of like for getting into entrepreneurship? Have you ever thought about it?
I constantly have projects, but like I think I'm subconsciously not shipping them because I'm afraid of like the transition from being like the life I have now to being like an entrepreneur. Like I have probably 10 projects that I've like just like stopped.
Imagine if you could just like let your creativity just like roam for 5 years. Just like imagine like how fucking cracked and cool you would be at the end of that. Like I'm sure you'd probably find something that you love more than everything else, kind of like I have, and just like go really hard into become like an expert, right? You know, like PhD level, like really good at something. That's what I'm doing. You know.
Yeah.
That's my natural inclination, I think. I think it is yours too.
I mean, when I hear about the stories of Tesla or Da Vinci, like that's kind of like my like star is like those guys were just like fucking around and finding out and like building things wherever they were. They had like their own labs. They would.
You're thinking of Tesla and Da Vinci? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, I relate to Da Vinci a lot.
Yeah.
Because he was like the original OG mad scientist inventor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if I think about my career, if I could live like the modern day version of him, I mean, like, obviously I'm not like goated as he is for sure.
Yeah.
But like, if I could like get somewhere close to that, that would be like the ideal.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. It's hard to recommend the van life, but also like I've been very grateful for it. It has really enabled me to like chase my dreams, and I'm so happy. So happy. It's like so much. It's so fulfilling and fun to chase dreams. It's a pretty big trade off, but to me it's really worth it. It's like really panning out. I don't know. I honestly, I guess that's why it's weird. So I'm not sure I could say that for everybody. I think there's a lot of people who chase their dreams and I don't know if it turns out well. I feel like, you're like 80% of first like new businesses fail.
Yeah.
Or like 90% or something like that. It's like a lot.
The startups, it's like I think 90% fail. So,
yeah.
And as I'm applying to startups, I'm like, fuck, am I like just gonna shoot myself in the foot here? Because, but
what you mean, like getting a job again?
Yeah, I have an interview on Monday.
Are you thinking about entrepreneurship, or are you just thinking about like getting out of bio?
No, I'm not gonna. Okay, so just lay out the structure of my career is tissue engineering, regenerative medicine, those kinds of things is my long-term goal. Like that's the path, my main path. Anything that's like
you just haven't found like a product idea yet.
Yeah.
For bio.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? You've been thinking about this? Like, what have you considered doing? Like, what have you thought about?
I mean, for bio, I haven't really thought too much about that. I mean, I come up with ideas more of like, I was working on those shoes that I remember that. Now I'm working on like biodegradable water balloon, and then before that I was working on a Pomodoro timer. Like I have like
were those potential
startups? Yeah,
those
like
are
businesses.
Really?
Yeah. I even
that's how you were approaching it.
That's how I'm approaching it. So how I'm approaching is my main path is to 3D print organs or get as close as I can, and then along the way, like level up my entrepreneurship skills, and then something will stick. That's my thought. Is like one of my ideas will land and generate enough revenue so that I could self-sustaining and still work on my tissue engineering, but also have like these side projects that are simmering.
Okay, this is something I've thought about so many times. Like, like the first advice that they give at YC is launch.
Yeah.
You know about that? It's like the first thing they do is be like, okay, if you have anything deliverable whatsoever, you should just launch. Because it's just like the types of things you need to think about at launch are the right types of things to lay the foundation. And it's better that you like deal with the business problems first than like ironing out like the specific little like finishing touches on your product.
Yeah.
Like let the users collaborate with you and make something better.
Right. I think my biggest problem is myself. Like I think I have trouble launching because I don't know. I think I'm
it's not going to change. It's not going to change. This is the introversion thing, like identity loss anxiety. It's like everyone thinks that their identity is going to change without their permission. It doesn't actually. It just stays there. It's just the same as when you come back to it. Like you'll disassociate for a while, but you'll get a lot more shit done, not having to worry about it. And then when you come back, you will be there where you left yourself.
I think I just having a hard time trusting myself to like
give it a try. Make an experiment. Give it a try. Something low stakes.
I mean, like I feel like I've done a little bit of things. Like I had an Etsy store. I like sold one product. It didn't take off, so I was like, all right, then fuck this Etsy store. I mean, I could start it again, but I had an eBay store.
Well, yeah, but you're not supposed to start with the business side. Start with your passion. Just like lead with your passion. Like make the coolest thing possible, and maybe like follow the fun, right? Is that what you're passionate about? Is selling things on Etsy, or are you passionate about making new shit?
That's kind of making new shit thing.
Yeah.
And
then make your project, like the new shit you make your project being the best business person that you can, and then also like doing techie things along the way. Do you know what I mean? Like change your focus so that like the cool project you are doing is the business where you know, it's like step your perspective back so that it encompasses all of it. You know what I mean?
So instead of building a project, you're saying the project is building a business.
It's just part of a larger circle.
Well,
just like shift your nerd energy to point in a new direction. It's the same kind of investigation that you do for your normal projects. Yeah. It's like a lot of research, it's just like a different set of problems, but they're the same kind of problems. It's figuring out how to be a good business person is exactly like reverse engineering something. It's engineering. It's like same. It's just logic, dude.
Right. I get what you're saying as far as like taking like a higher level approach, like a step back. But like I guess what I don't understand is, okay, say I get really into business, like I don't have a thing that I know people will buy, and I don't have like there's no strategy. If I took this approach, it would just be like an academic investigation of what makes a business work.
I think I'm being unreasonable. I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I'm trivializing it. I think it is difficult. I'm not saying it's not difficult. It's very hard. I don't know how you could have time and space in your brain to also like try and do this if you're also working a full-time job. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I am. Like I would have like 4 to 6 hours in a week where I could actually think about it, and it just doesn't. It's too big of a problem to like give a fraction of your attention.
Yeah, you know? I think I'm running into that limit too, where I was doing a lot of contract work, and like you get home and then
you ever thought about taking a sabbatical?
No, I haven't really considered it.
Yeah, I guess you probably couldn't do it paid, right? It'd be unpaid?
It would be unpaid.
Yeah, okay.
Only professors are like given that opportunity after like a certain amount of time.
Damn, maybe you should work in the industry for a few years at a real job that pays real money. And then chase your dreams. I don't know.
I'm working on it. I have an interview this Monday.
I don't know. I can't.
I'm wearing a nice shirt. I'm like, okay. So these are these. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is there are pots simmering, and like, I think the approach that I've been taking in my career is I'm not forcing anything, but if an opportunity comes, I take it. Like what do you call it? A recruiter emailed me last week. She's like, "Oh, you look good for this job." So I said, "Oh, fuck yeah, let's talk." And so I have an interview on Monday with the hiring manager. You know, it's not gonna. It pays like up to 100K, which is like a lot more than 70K. But
damn.
But it's not like, whoa, drop everything, fuck my job, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? OpenAI had a job posting for a 3D printing technician. But it was 300K, bro, for 3D printing.
Oh wow!
I was gonna apply to that, but I don't know. It should still see that. But I would drop everything for that for like a year at least.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's funny.
So, but I gotta get going. I'm gonna. I have to wake up really fucking early, and I need to make a presentation.
Okay.
But it was good seeing you, bro.
Good to see you.